Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how and where I invest my money. Now, in a lot of my older videos, I've spoken about budgeting. I've shared with you my full budgeting process with actual real numbers, and I've shared a lot about saving as well. But when it comes to investing, I've mostly told you about the concepts of investing, but I haven't really shared my own investing journey and how I invest my money. And that's what I'm going to do in today's video. So if you're excited, make sure that you watch this video till the very end. Don't forget to hit the like button so that more people can get to know about this. And with that, let's begin. So before we even get into understanding where I invest my money, the big question I need to answer is how much do I invest every month? To that, my answer is really simple. I invest anywhere between 50 to 80% of my income every month. Now, on months where I have a lot of expenses, I'm able to invest 50% of my income. And on good months when I don't have expenses at all, 80% of my income goes to my investments. Because I'm a big believer of minimalism and I've implemented that in my life for the last 5 years now, it has become very easy for me to not get lured in for buying new things every month. I'm completely happy, spending most of my money on food and travel. And anyway, because of the pandemic, food and travel is not really happening outside. So a lot of my money is actually getting saved, and I'm using that to make all of my investments as big as possible in this time period. So now let's begin and understand how my investment is divided. My investment basically goes into three places. Number one is Indian stock market, number two is US stock market, and number three is cryptocurrency. These are the three places where I do all of my investments. And just to give you a quick understanding of the ratio, 50% of my investments right now happen in the Indian stock market, 40% in the US stock market, and 10% in cryptocurrency. I feel like this is a really good balance for me. This gives me a lot of peace of mind, and this is the portfolio that I'm really comfortable with right now. I wanted to go really aggressive on cryptocurrency, but because the market is so volatile and so many changes happen with cryptocurrency on almost a monthly basis, I don't want crypto to have a bigger chunk in my portfolio right at this moment. 10% is something that I feel very comfortable with. Now let's begin talking about the very first category, which is the Indian stock market. So in the Indian stock market, here's the big thing. I don't invest in mutual funds. I actually invest in individual stocks. I pick and choose the stocks that I want to invest in, and that's how I choose to make all of my investments. Now there's a reason why I do it this way. Mutual funds are great. I have nothing against them, and I think they are a really good way for a lot of people to get started with their investing journey. But Paritosh and I are both, we both have finance backgrounds, and we believe that we will be able to get better returns if we ourselves choose the stocks by our own, instead of relying on a mutual fund manager to manage our portfolio. On an average, mutual funds will give you a return of anywhere between 10 to 15% per annum. With our investments, we're able to get a return that's slightly more than this, and that's why we have this arrogance that I think we'll do it better. But if you are a beginner, it's completely fine. You can get started with mutual funds. In my opinion, they're one of the best ways to get started with your investing journey. Now, I'd be happy to share with you some of the stocks that I'm invested in India right now. But before I share these stocks with you, I want you to know that this is not investment advice. I'm not telling you to go and invest in these stocks as well. I am not a licensed finance professional, so my advice, you shouldn't take it very seriously. I am just sharing what I do, and if this gives you a nudge to get started with anything at all, that's the point of this video. So the stocks that I'm invested in right now in India are number one, Bajaj Finance. So you know that Bajaj Finance is one of those companies that a lot of us would have come across, right? If you go to buy an electronics in a shop, Bajaj Finance is what gives you the EMI option as well. So Bajaj Finance has been growing really well, and I am very, very big on the idea that they are trying to bring into the country. So Bajaj Finance is definitely one company that I'm invested in. Number two is SBI Cards. I'm of the opinion that the credit card usage in India is only going to go up and up from here on. And the second biggest player in the Indian market is SBI Cards. And I am very, very big on SBI Cards right now. I am very sure that they're going to grow, which is why I'm heavily invested in them. Number three is HDFC Bank. Now, HDFC Bank is great. It is just one of those companies that has consistently performed very well. Their fundamentals are in place. They make good money. So with that in mind, I think any company that has good fundamentals, I am always very happy to be invested in them. So HDFC Bank is one. The next thing that I'm invested in is an IT company. It's called Happiest Minds, and that's one of the stocks that I am invested in. And number 5 is Dixon Technologies. They are a hardware manufacturing company, and the reason why I'm invested in them right now is because of the whole Make in India push that is happening. We're trying to see that a lot of manufacturing is now moving to India, and in the manufacturing space, Dixon is pretty big, so I'm invested in them as well. So these are the top 5 stocks that I have in my portfolio from India. Again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Please try and see what makes most sense to you, and that's when you should go and invest in them. But these are stocks that I'm very happy with right now from the Indian stock market. Before I move on to the other parts of my portfolio, I want to give you a quick idea about where I do all of my Indian stock investments from, and I use a platform called Upstocks. I think it's really easy to use. It's very easy for a beginner to get started as well. I would definitely recommend you to check them out. It's not sponsored, of course, but I use them personally. Now let's move on and talk about the US stock market. Now, US stock market is something that I've only recently started investing in, and I started investing in them in 2020. And I use this app called Vested to do all of my US stock market investments. Again, it's a really trustworthy app, very easy to use. Even if you're a complete beginner, you can actually get started with Vested and you can start investing in the stock market in the US, which I think is quite interesting. The big question is, why do I invest in the US stock market as well? And the answer is really simple. I want my portfolio to be as diversified as possible. The more you diversify your portfolio, your risk always goes down a little bit. So let's say if I'm invested completely in the Indian stock market, and if there's something that happens in the Indian economy, chances are that I will have to lose out on that. But if I'm also invested in the US stock market, and if something happens just in India, then at least the investment that I have in the US remains safe. Also, another big reason why I'm invested in the US stock market is because a lot of internet companies have actually done IPO in the US. And in India, we see that most internet companies, they haven't really done the IPO. I'm so happy to see Zomato doing it, but internet companies in general are not listed in India. And I am very big on the internet market, right? I have an online business myself, and I think internet is the future. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons as well why I'm heavily invested in the US stock market, especially for these internet companies. Now, just to give you a quick idea about the stocks that I'm invested in the US, number 1 is Amazon. Of course, it's Amazon. It's big. It's doing so well. I love their customer obsession policy. So Amazon is definitely something that I'm very excited about. And I'm not really big on just the Amazon e-commerce bit, but I love what they do with AWS as well. And I also love the expansion that they're doing with physical retail in US. So they recently bought Whole Foods, and in the physical space as well, they're expanding really well. And I think there's a big scope for growth there. The next stock that I'm invested in is Shopify. Now, Shopify is trying to bring all the mom and pop stores, all the small stores that we have in India online, and they're doing it for all the countries around the globe. I personally have my own store on Shopify as well, and I think it's just generally a really cool thing, a product that you use. If you are also invested in that company, you feel excited about it. So Shopify, I see a major growth for them, especially because of a lot of the partnerships that they're also doing with platforms like Instagram and Facebook to bring social commerce features on these platforms. So I think Shopify is going to be really major, which is why I'm invested in them. The next stock that I'm invested in is Facebook. And for me, the reason why I'm invested in Facebook is, so many social media platforms have come and gone, but I think Facebook has built the most robust ad platform. And the recent thing that they did, which is buying Oculus, I feel like they're going really big in VR as well. And I don't see anybody doing any kind of advertisement in the VR space. So with that also, I'm pretty big on Facebook. The next stock that I'm invested in is Microsoft. Microsoft, again, we are really big on it, especially for its cloud solutions. So Azure is really big in Microsoft. And I think Microsoft, again, just one of those companies that has really good fundamentals. There's also another one which is a big part of my portfolio, which is Nvidia. Now, the reason why I'm very big on Nvidia, which is a graphic card manufacturer, is because, gaming industry is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger every day. It's one of the biggest industries right now that's growing really fast. So with that, the demand for the graphic cards is going to go up. Also, with crypto mining becoming a thing, graphic cards again are needed in the market, which is why I see major growth potential for Nvidia, and that's why I'm invested in them. So these are all of the stocks that I'm invested in the US stock market. I hope this gives you a clarity about how you can pick and choose some stocks as well. So the basic idea here is don't pick a stock based on what I am telling you. Just because I am telling you that, hey, I'm invested in Facebook, you shouldn't go and invest in Facebook. How I gave you a reasoning, like I have a reason for why I'm invested in every stock. You need to have a reason for why you are investing in that company. And if that reason is just because everyone else is doing it, it's not a very good reason. It's very important that you go ahead and do a little bit of research yourself. And I can leave some websites down below in the description for you to go and do research about the companies as well. Now coming to the third part of my portfolio, which is cryptocurrency. Now this has become a big rage now in 2020, 2021, but I've been invested in crypto since 2017, I think 2016, 2017, which means I actually got an entry into the crypto market at very low prices. And now I've seen all the returns come to me when the big boom happened in 2020, 2021. So the reason why crypto is still a very small part of my portfolio is because, like I said, it has a lot of volatility attached with it. You know, kabhi ban ho jata hai, something or the other keeps happening because it's so new and everyone's getting used to it. So I don't want it to be a bigger part of my portfolio, at least right now. That said, I am actually very, very confident in the technology of blockchain and cryptocurrency. So I am very big on that. And I know this is going to be the future. But right now, at least in the current scenario, I don't want my portfolio to have more than 10% cryptocurrency in it. So how do I invest in cryptocurrency in India? I use this platform called CoinDCX. It's a really trustworthy platform, really easy to use. Again, I would definitely recommend that you check them out and you can get started with your crypto investments there. Not sponsored. This video is not sponsored by anybody. These are just actual platforms that I use. Now with cryptocurrency, here's my big philosophy. I am not big on shitcoins. When the whole Dogecoin movement happened, you know, when a lot of people started investing in Dogecoin, I did not move. I did not invest a single rupee in Dogecoin because my big philosophy here is with investing in general is I'm not in this game to make quick money. I'm not in this game to make, you know, some few $1,000 and then move on from there. No, that's not my philosophy. I'm here for the long-term game. I'm here for the long haul. So I only choose to invest in companies and, you know, platforms or anything that comes up if I see them giving returns to me in the long term, because that's how, you know, I'm able to just invest and then sleep peacefully. If I'm invested in Dogecoin and I know it's so volatile that it's going up and down every day, I won't be able to sleep peacefully. So my process of investing is very, very simple. It's very long term, which is why shitcoin wasn't something that I was big on at all. But I am actually quite big on Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are the two coins that are a big part of my crypto portfolio right now. I honestly believe in the technology that's being used for both of these coins. And in general, I think the whole crypto universe for me is very, very exciting. So I'm very happy to be a part of it. So yeah, that's all about my investment portfolio. I hope this gave you a quick idea about how I do all of my investments. If you are a beginner, my recommendation would not be to get started with all of these things. If you're a beginner, get started with anything that, in my opinion, is not FD, because FD doesn't give you, any returns at all, especially if you are a young person. If you are, around 30, 35 years of age or below that, you should have a little bit of risk appetite and you can actually consider starting to invest in mutual funds at least. The thing is that a lot of people think, investing as gambling, but if you do investing strategically, it's not gambling at all. So just be very smart with your investments. Don't invest just because somebody else is investing in something. Don't use FOMO as a strategy to invest, and just make sure that you are using your research skills really well, and make sure that you do the research for every company that you're putting your money in. And as long as you do that, you will have a lot of fun with this journey. I hope that a lot of you get started with your investing journey as well. Let me know in the comments below where most of your investment happens, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Bye bye.